Plans of fixing this. I need clarity. I need to move on. Things can't stay static. So I'm moving on to a brand new flat screen smart TV from Quartz. It has more inches and really knows how to turn me on.
Say goodbye to your old TV and hello to a new one from Quartz.
I finally realized size does matter.
Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
Welcome back to VFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. First, on the local scene, police are investigating a fatal shooting that occurred at about 11:45 p.m. on Monday, December 1st, 2025, in Otley Hall. Preliminary reports indicate that Miss Nisha Fredericks, a 40-year-old sanitation worker of Otley Hall, was met lying motionless in the vicinity of the Amision Pentecostal Church. She reportedly sustained multiple gunshot injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene by the district medical officer at 12:52 a.m. A post-mortem examination will be carried out to ascertain the cause of death. Authorities are urging persons with information to come forward as the investigation continues. The Sector Skills Development Agency of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will host a certification ceremony to recognize 88 individuals who successfully completed training under a National Standardization and Certification of Exportable Services Providers initiative. This initiative stems from the CARIFORUM EU Economic Partnership Agreement (EPA) and the Caribbean Community CARICOM Single Market and Economy (CSME) Standby Facility for Capacity Building Project. The National Standardization and Certification Initiative under the Standby Facility Project was launched in SVG in 2022. It aims to strengthen skills, knowledge, resources, and processes in the services sector, particularly in the areas of musical performance, community cultural arts, spa services, domestic work, and security operations. The ceremony will be held at the Kingston Methodist Church Hall on Thursday, December 4th, beginning at 10 p.m. under the theme Empowered to Excel, Seizing Opportunities in a Changing World. Still on the local scene, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, RSVGPF, is investigating a fatal vehicular accident which occurred on November 28, 2025, along Brighton Public Road. The accident occurred at approximately 9:05 p.m. Preliminary reports indicate that a motor vehicle traveling towards Stubbs was involved in a collision with a wall. Mr. Courtney Harry, a 21-year-old resident of Glen, sustained injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene by the district medical officer. Two other persons received injuries and are receiving medical attention. The vehicle received extensive damage. A post-mortem will be carried out on the deceased to ascertain the exact cause of death. Investigations are ongoing. On to news in the region. On Monday, December 1st, the St. Lucia Labour Party, SLP, secured a decisive 14-1 victory over the United Workers' Party, UWP, in St. Lucia's general election. The independent MPs for Castries Central, Richard Frederick, and Castries North, Stevenson King, retained their seats. Alan Chastanet was the lone UWP candidate to win a seat. In his victory speech, Prime Minister Philippe Pierre thanked the people of St. Lucia for what he described as a renewed vote of confidence in his leadership and in the St. Lucia Labour Party. Pierre said the mandate delivered at the polls reflected a deep and long-standing bond with the people of Castries East, who returned him to Parliament for a record 7th consecutive term. He also added that there is a place in Parliament for the opposition and they will move forward and work moving forward together. Pierre expects to be sworn in as Prime Minister by the end of this week. and is expected to appoint his new cabinet next week. The Court of Appeal in the Bahamas has upheld a 7-year jail sentence imposed on a woman who blinded and disfigured another woman she had suspected of having an affair with her husband. Magistrate Simon Brown had imposed the maximum sentence on Pandora Mackenzie, 68, who had been charged with causing dangerous harm. In dismissing the appeal, Justices Bernard Turner, Gregory Smith, and Deborah Fraser noted that the attack was premeditated. The ruling said that the evidence indicates that the appellant lured the woman to the location under the false pretense of wanting to have a conversation with her, while instead waiting with a corrosive substance concealed in a cup. The court said that Mackenzie threw the substance directly in the woman's face and then armed herself with a cutlass. Mackenzie appealed the sentence on the ground that it was unduly severe, with her attorney urging that the magistrate erred when she described the case as the worst of the worst. By contrast, the prosecutor Ashley Carroll said the sentence fit the crime. On the international scene, award-winning Iranian filmmaker Jafar Panahi has been given a prison sentence on charges of creating propaganda against the political system, his lawyer has said. On the same day, his new film won a string of awards in the US. On Monday, his lawyer said Panahi has been handed a 1-year sentence and a travel ban in Iran. However, he was in New York to pick up 3 prizes, including Best Director at the Gotham Awards for his latest film, It Was Just an Accident, which he shot illegally in Iran. 65-year-old Panahi has served 2 previous spells in prison in his home country and said in an interview shortly before receiving his latest sentence that he planned to return. He is one of Iran's leading directors, but has been subjected to constraints from authorities, including a ban on making films in the country, as well as the prison sentences and travel restrictions. Finally, in sports, former England batter Robin Smith has died at the age of 62. Following his retirement in 2003, ending his 22-year career, Smith, who had relocated to Australia, struggled with mental health issues and alcoholism, and he was hospitalized for several months in 2024. His family said he died unexpectedly at his home in Perth on Monday. The cause of death is unknown. This has been VFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Shanika Stapleton. Join us again at 3 o'clock for VFM's 3 p.m. news. VFM's Midday News came to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Just for you at Quartz Optical. Get 15% off. When you bring in your prescription from any other eye care provider, we'll give you 15% off the cost of your frames and lenses. So visit us today and get 15% off. Offer valid on cash and credit purchases. Conditions apply. See in-store for details. Quartz Optical. Value you can see.